Hi, this is John Comarianos. Welcome to a new edition of Capital Considered. Today's topic, tariff taco trade toast. Sorry for mixing my food groups there. We should start by explaining what is the taco trade. TACO, T-A-C-O, stands for Trump always chickens out. And this is a phrase that was devised on Wall Street in early April when Trump came in with massive tariffs early in the month, seemingly to be spooked by the stock market declining dramatically and postponing the tariffs for 90 days. Now it seems the tariffs are back, but not so many people believe it. They think Trump will delay again and not really implement serious tariffs. But Greg Ip, senior economics correspondent at the Wall Street Journal, wrote a very interesting article lately, and Ip has a very different idea. The title of this article is "Forget Taco, Trump is winning his trade war." The president wants tariffs, Ip writes. The higher the better. Whether that is achieved unilaterally or via deals is secondary. Ip points out a number of interesting things. He says Trump has wanted tariffs since the 1980s. This is a decades-long policy that Trump has sought. Ip writes, Trump has advanced a simple rationale. Others should pay for access to the U.S. market or to the protection of the U.S. military. We give the world a market to which it can sell goods and services, and we give the world military protection, and nobody seems to pay for it. That, at least, is Donald Trump's view, and he is determined to make the world pay for it in the form of tariffs, if not in other ways as well. And Ip writes, despite the absence of deals, Trump, has succeeded. In June alone, Treasury collected $27 billion in customs revenue, which is up $20 billion from a year earlier, a pace that would imply $240 billion more a year. So that's considerable. And Ip also writes that many in the administration view Trump's high tariff proposals as just bargaining chips. But Trump seems to mean them more seriously, according to Ip. Ip also writes, including his tariffs on steel, aluminum, and autos, the average effective tariff on all U.S. imports as of July 2nd was 13.4%, according to J.P. Morgan Chase. That's below the April 9th peak, but well above the 2.3% last year and the highest since the 1940s, before the U.S. and its allies set up the mechanisms to bring down world trade barriers. So that's why, in a way, Trump has already won. Tariffs are already at the highest level since the 1940s. So even without deals, Ip writes, Trump has, by his own definition of success, already won his trade war. Ip also points out that as a real estate developer, Trump understood that in doing a deal, everyone has to give up something, but Trump doesn't seem to think he has to give up anything as the president of the United States, or that the United States doesn't have to give up anything. We, after all, hold the cards, as Trump famously or infamously said to Ukrainian President Zelensky in the Oval Office. And Trump thinks he can dictate terms to other countries in the way he couldn't completely to bankers or investors. Today, Ip writes, Trump leads the world's largest economy with the largest military. Everyone else needs the U.S. more than vice versa, and Trump assumes that he can thus dictate terms and that others have to live with them. So that's Greg Ip's very good article on tariffs and on Donald Trump and on whether the taco meme is accurate. If it isn't, and Ip does not speculate on this, one has to wonder what that means for financial markets. The stock market so far in early July, or in the first 2 weeks of July, has held up reasonably well. The S&P 500 mostly flat after posting a 7% return in the first half of the year. The bond market, however, has given up some ground. The Bloomberg U.S. aggregate finished the first half up a little over 4% for the year. It is now up 2.86% for the year. So it has given up some ground. Prices have gone down and yields have gone up. Trump does not want that to happen. He wants yields to be as low as possible. Part of his that's his main fight with Fed Chair Jerome Powell. We'll see if the stock market follows suit. So far, it's been choppy, but it hasn't gone down steadily in the way that the bond market has. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see if Ip is right. if taco really is the correct meme, I think he is right to suggest that it might not be, and that traders may not be getting the message right now. Anyway, this is John Comarianos for Capital Considered, signing off. Thank you for watching. Please click like and subscribe.